Hey everybody, it's Pendrag and welcome back to more Runescape Hardcore Ironman. So last time Runescape Hardcore Ironman, it has been a while. So we actually went through and did like a clue scroll and such, so we still got 4 left to do. And I actually took a little break from this just because I was working out, the new sound card with my new microphone, all that fun stuff. So what I decided to do temporarily is use my old microphone with a new mic cable, which actually turned out to have been the issue all along with that microphone. So hopefully you guys don't hear any like beeping background noises and such. I've tested this out quite a few times to see exactly what was going on, and after adjusting the gain and doing a few test recordings of just like small little clips and such, I'm happy to say that this seems to be the best option for now until I get a better sound card. But sound cards are expensive for condenser microphones, so I'm gonna have to save up for that, and hopefully you guys can support me on Patreon or something like that, and actually help me to be able to put out better content. Now, I know a lot of people were complaining about the microphone and such, about the issues that were going on, and I am glad that I'm able to at least resolve, a good amount of them. I was also told before that I was sound like I was like underwater because the condenser mic having such like a low gain and such, which is weird because the thing about condenser microphones, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. They pick up everything, even if they're a cardioid mic, which is the ones that they don't pick up what's behind them pretty much. Even if you have it positioned in front of your mouth and you don't have like a soundproof area, which I don't right now, have an apartment and such, and I don't have the tools and such to make like a small little room and such. I could probably do that eventually though. Maybe use my closet or something. But anywho, without going too much on a tangent there and just kind of wrap everything up, it does pick up, background noise, and it does have like a beeping noise if it doesn't have enough power to it, which is from phantom power and all that other fun stuff I can get into. But the summary of it all is that, now we have a working microphone that actually, will do for now, because the Blue Yeti is actually pretty good. As you can probably tell by the audio quality here, which it should be a lot better than before. Anyways, let's go ahead and start checking out some new quests and such to do. So this one is food and combat gear for stolen hearts. So we gotta talk to Ozan in Draenor Village. So let's set that active, and let's go ahead and make our way to Draenor Village. I also have a few challenges that I gotta do, which are crafting equipment, which is easy. I can just get 5 pieces of leather from cows, and then make shields, I think, is what you normally do for crafting. Cooking, of course, prepare 10 dishes of food, and then mining, of course, 5 type of any ore. So I will go ahead and knock those out, maybe in between episodes if I remember to. I'm trying to get this episode out a little fast just because I did have to take a little break from recording just because I wasn't feeling the best. But feeling a lot better, so let's go ahead and make our way to Draenor Village. And sorry for the long intro, I'll probably make this video a little longer to make up for it. Okay, and here we are at the Draenor Village lodestone, and Ozan, according to this little arrow, is actually going to be, I believe, in the center here. Yes. Okay, so right over where there's actually another quest you can normally start over here, which is with like god emissaries and stuff. But oh yeah, that's one over here with this little icon. That's the emissaries, which are like, Soren and the Armadillo one, the Zamorak one, and the Cerdominus one. I think there's the Bandos as well. I can never remember the other names though, except for Soren, because he's archaeology collector. Hi, I cannot speak today apparently. But yeah, I know about Soren just because Zerosian artifacts are so common, and it's one of the first things you do. So anywho, let's start this quest before I start going off on our tangent. So let's talk to Ozan. So psst, hey buddy, over here. Yeah, you. I know you, don't I?
Yeah.
That was weird. He started to speak finally. I wonder if that was actually taking a little bit. So So Stolen Hearts is fully voice acted and features atmospheric music and effects, which suggests that you turn your sound on in order to get the most out of it.
That's it! Xenia told me about you. She said you helped stop some blood ritual in Lumbridge. Said I should watch out for you, this new up-and-coming hero.
There's his voiceover lines.
By the way, my name's Ozan. Anyway, I'm glad you stopped by. I've got a bit of a situation here and I could use some help. An old friend of mine, Noom's his name, seems to have fallen in with a new gang setting up shop here in Draenor. When I saw him, he was acting all shifty. Wouldn't talk to me about it. I think he's in over his head. So, I need someone on the inside. I'm a bit too well known. Adventures with me tend to be a bit unpredictable. But I'm sure we'll have a few laughs along the way. What do you say?
I haven't done an Ozan quest in so long, and I absolutely miss this guy. He is humorous. He reminds me a lot of Aladdin from Disney, but he's a lot more I guess indulgent in his tales and such. I couldn't think of the exact word, but let's go ahead and start this quest, which we only need food and combat gear, so I can always get some of the crayfish from my bank. So let's accept the quest.
Right now, Noom is holed up in the cellar of this house next to us. Knock on the trapdoor, pose as a thug, and try to get yourself recruited. Then see what you can find out about Noom. Any questions?
Tell me about Noom.
I knew him back when I was growing up in Al-Kharid. He was a palace guard, and I was a petty thief. But we were good friends. That is, until I had to, leave. Then we lost touch. I've no idea how we went from being a palace guard to joining such a violent gang. But I'd like to help him out of it, like he used to help me. He's a good man at heart.
So tell me about this gang.
They call themselves the Skulls, relatively new to the game. From what I hear, they're making a lot of waves, trying to make a name for themselves. They take jobs other more reputable outfits wouldn't touch with their blackjacks. I mean, I've got a bit of a shady past myself, but some of the things these guys do, it's just not right. This cellar they're in is the gang's secret drinking den.
Alright, well, I'll be back soon.
Great.
Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the bank real fast just to make sure that we actually have some food. That way, you know, we actually have the required items and such, so that we don't end up potentially dying if there's combat, because most of the time when a quest says there are the requirements of armor and food, that normally means you're going to have combat. Sometimes they'll put down, you know, the levels of the creatures you'll fight and such. Also, Romeo over here is an emissary of Sliske, which is someone we haven't met yet. But we'll find out more about that. Anyways, let's go into this cellar. So let's knock on the trapdoor, or open it.
What do you want? Come on, I don't have all day.
Can I come in, please? Open up in the name of the law, or let me in or I'll poke your eyes out. Let's go let me in or I'll poke your eyes out.
Yeah, you seem all right. Come on in.
Now, if that's all you have to say to a bouncer to get into stuff like gloves and such, that's a little concerning. But let's go on in. And we unlock the music track Scullery Jam. I'm also going to make sure of something now that I think about it with my audio. I'm going to make sure it's actually raised a little bit with the music. Just so we can give this a little listen to. Okay, and I turned it back down, of course, but I think I'm going to start having my music just a little bit higher, and maybe when we get a new song that I tend to like, that I can hear through my headphones better than the recording picks up, because I do lower the game volume a little bit so that way I can actually be heard. I might start raising it up so that way people can actually give it a listen. But let's see, apparently we can't talk to any of these guys, but let's talk to Noom, the bartender over here.
Hello, stranger. Welcome to the scullery. I take it you're here to join the Skulls, not for the atmosphere. That is to say, You're surrounded by skulls. One wrong word and your throat will be cut before you've finished saying it. That clear?
Crystal clear, gulp or nod your head. I'm just gonna say nod your head.
Good. In which case, my new friend, you'll be wanting to pass my little initiation. It's just a few theoretical situations you might find yourself in if you pass. And if you don't pass, well, use your imagination. Now that the formalities are out of the way, first question. You see a wealthy resident leaving Draenor Market laden with goods. They stop and ask for your help carrying their goods home. Suppositionally, what do you do?
Well, since this group we were told are very bad people and such, we're probably gonna have to go with like the worst issue. So, make friends get put into their will, then collect, carry their goods home in case the joint, or take their bags and keep them. Carry the goods home in case the joint.
Clever. You minimize risk and maximize loot. Not too shabby.
So all three of those options are pretty bad, but I'm pretty sure there is no, like, wrong answer necessarily. I guess it just decides what this guy thinks about you.
Okay, now for question 2. A fellow gang member is wrongfully imprisoned. What method do you theoretically use to liberate them?
Inside a prison riot, dig a tunnel, or fake their death. Inside a prison riot.
And smuggle out our gang member in the confusion.
Exactly, Noom.
It's bold and loud, but that has its own benefits. Okay, final question. A stranger disrespects you in public. What do, hypothetically speaking?
So, kick them into hypotheticals, have my lackeys work them over, make nice walk away, find out where they live. You know what? Find out where they live.
Ah, the old unicorn head in the bed trick.
That's concerning.
You risk looking weak in the short term, but in the long term, people will grow to fear you.
I mean, that is fair.
Okay, you gave some good answers there. You've clearly got potential. You're something of an artful dodger, a finger in every pie. I'd say you're more of a freelancer than Skull's material, but I'm sure we can throw some jobs your way.
You know what? That sounds about right. Freelancer as opposed to, joining one organization. That's pretty much how the adventurer is in this game anyways.
Well done. Welcome to the Skulls, recruit. Do you have any questions about the gang?
Let's see, so tell me what jobs you have in the works, what's your role in the gang, ask about the Skull's reputation, or do you know some guy called Ozan? What's your role in the gang?
My role? Don't mistake me as a recruiter. I am the Skulls. This is my gang. Let's just say I got fed up working for the man, so I struck out on my own. And it turns out I've got a certain finesse when it comes to crime.
Okay, about the Skull's reputation.
What of it? I found that taking extreme measures is the only way to make a name for yourself. People around here know to fear us. They aren't going to put up a fight. It's not hard, though. The locals are scared of their own shadows. They're almost happy they're only being attacked by plain old humans. At least we leave them alive, mostly.
Alright, so do you know some guy called Ozan?
Yeah, I know him. At least I thought I did, but then it seems everyone knows him these days. He might color himself as being on the wrong side of the law, but he's really just a jumped-up do-gooder these days. Why do you ask? Is he still skulking around Draenor? Never mind. Just stay clear of him, right? He'll pretend to be your friend until he gets what he wants. Then he'll leave you behind without a second thought. Don't trust him. You're a skull now.
Well, that kind of paints Ozan in a bad light. Huh. I wonder if he betrayed Noom sometime during like a heist or something. That would make sense to me at least, why Noom is so mad. but tell me what jobs you have in the works.
As a matter of fact, 3 of my best are out on a job right now. A kidnapping. It's our biggest job so far. Plus, I get the bonus of sticking it to my old employer. It's relatively risk-free, too. We've got some lady backer doing all the heavy lifting. But you don't need to know any more than that. That's enough questions for now. I've got a task for you. Don't worry, I'm not going to get you to kill anyone. Yet. Just run some supplies to my guys. I'll fill you in when we're at our HQ. This place is just where we unwind. Thing is, I'm not going to tell you where our HQ is. Consider this one final test, a practical to follow the theory. But if you can't find it, well, I guess maybe you aren't Skull's material after all.
A kidnapping? I should tell Ozan about this. Apparently I said that out loud and this guy didn't even care, so we have to actually find the HQ. But first let's report back to Ozan and just let him know what is going on. So let's go up this ladder. Wait for the load screen, of course, and not fail at the water pump. Let's talk to Ozan, who's literally standing right outside the, entrance to the place. So he must be hiding from Noom. But let's talk to him.
Hey, so you made it back out alive. Are you in? What did you find out?
So you tell Ozan about your infiltration of the Skulls. So discuss the theory test, discuss Noom, or discuss the kidnap. Let's discuss Noom.
I can't believe he's the gang leader. And none too fond of me anymore by the sound of it. No wonder he wouldn't talk to me about this. I mean, I may be more than just the world's greatest thief these days, but he's still an old friend. I'd help him if I could. I wonder what happened to lead him to this. Was there more?
Discuss the theory test.
Haha, you gave him some good answers there. I'd hire you. You were just pretending though, right? Anyway, what else did Noom say?
Discuss the kidnap.
Wait, what? He said he was sticking it to his old employer. Surely he can't mean from back when he was a palace guard in Al Qarid. I just can't see him doing something that serious. What are you up to, Noom? Anything else?
And how do we find the HQ?
This kidnap job he mentioned worries me. I want to ask him about it. He said he wants you to meet him at his gang's HQ, then run supplies to his mercs. So, it sounds like he'll be making his own way there soon. We should wait for him to surface, then follow him. That's how we'll find the HQ.
Well, that's easy enough.
Once we get him alone, I'll step in, and we can find out more about what he's mixed up in. There must be more going on. The Noom I knew wouldn't do something like this. Are you ready to trail Noom back to his HQ?
Yes, I guess we are. Since I am going to make this a little bit of a longer episode, so let's hit yes.
Okay, when Noom comes out, we need to keep him in our sights. But don't get too close, or else he'll spot you.
Okay, so the stereotypical, stealth mission.
I'll stick with you, but we'll hang back so he doesn't see me. If you're getting too close, or he's getting too far away, I'll let you know. I think I hear him coming. Let's do this.
Well, that'll make things easy.
We should be okay here.
Okie dokie. Now let's follow him all the way along. I like that it turns off our run and basically makes us just stealth along.
Money. The shipment arrives tomorrow
We should be
morning.
okay here.
Okay, thanks Ozan for speaking over what he was saying. Apparently he gave someone a shipment and they disappeared.
Tomorrow's dinner will be informant.
Apparently they're going to be eating Pigzilla, which is this one.
Your protection money is due tomorrow. Yours too, Django.
Come on, we have...
I almost tried to steal from a seed stall and Ozan didn't like that apparently. We had to keep moving. But it seems that the people at the market are paying the gang for protection, which makes sense. Also, we had that achievement that we saw a little bit ago that said beware Pigzilla by visiting the Draenor Village Marketplace. Well, market.
Beat.
Ease
Say
off.
something good.
Okay, fine, Ozan.
That's better.
Also, I agree, Noom. That's literally how I feel listening to musicians. And this place looks familiar from back in the day. Let's keep following him pretty close.
He just went into the old jail. That must be his gang's HQ.
See, and normally there are guards around here, but since we're doing a quest, and you can see over here on the mini map that it's like blacked out, this is like an instance, pretty much as they call them. So let's go ahead and head into the HQ.
Okay, he went in here. Let's have a little chat with him.
Well done, recruit. You found the HQ.
And I left the door open.
Ozan! Recruit! Now it's time for you to kill someone.
Yikes.
Well, what are you waiting for? Unless you're working together? Damn you, I'll kill you both myself.
No, you're good just there. What are you up to, Noom?
Ozan's apparently a really good shot with a bow, because that was a nice warning shot.
Bah! Nothing you've never done, you hypocrite. When we first met, you were nothing but a thief.
But at least I have a code. There are some things you just don't do. You were a palace guard, for head's sake. What happened?
You happened! That night you snuck into the palace. They blamed me for letting you in. I was disgraced. Turfed out after 20 years of loyal service. All thanks to an impetuous boy's curiosity. And then you just left Al-Kharid. Not a word to me.
I had no choice. They banished me. I'm sorry we lost touch. But that's no excuse for what you're doing now. Let me help you.
Help me? How? To become a good thief? A famous hero? Pah! Me and my gang are doing just fine.
You call being involved in a kidnapping fine? What's that about?
Yes? Speak up. If you have got something to say, you can share it with the whole class.
Who's this? Another of your lackeys, Noom? I have to say, she's prettier than the rest of them. But you're not getting the old man, sweetheart. He's helping us out.
Oh, you are fast. But you will not stop me taking him, hero.
Hero? So you've heard of me. What am I saying? Of course you've heard of me. I'm Ozan.
Ozan the Bloody Marvelous. I know who you are. You are still a smarmy git. And now you've fallen in with this traitorous scum and his gang.
Whoa, hang on there. We're not part of his gang. And if you're not either, then who are you? No, wait, don't tell me. I know this. Those piercing jade eyes, the full soft lips, that dulcet voice, the scary-looking crossbow aimed at my heart. Is that you, princess?
Ah, do not call me that. I am not a princess.
Of course, I'm sorry. It's Lila, right? Look, I may be many things, but we aren't Noom's skulls.
Ha! You could have fooled me.
Look, Noom's men are kidnapping someone tied to Al-Kharid. We're trying to stop it. We can work together. You have to trust us. I'm loading my bow. Don't shoot. Or you could shoot, but that would ruin my favorite shirt.
I love old Dan.
Fine. I will trust you. For now. But only because I need information too. Do not think this makes us friends. But you are too late to stop the kidnapping. The prince went missing while he was touring Lumbridge. I have followed the trail to Draenor.
Wait, what? You've kidnapped Prince Ali? I knew you'd got into some serious stuff, but this?
Finished your lover's tiff? Well, I'm not telling you a thing. Neither of you have the guts to cause me harm.
Yeah, that may be so. But you don't know my friend here. If you won't talk to me or Leela, you can talk to him.
Well, apparently, we're going to be interrogating this guy, so I'll beat the truth out of him. How about some sort of truth serum? We'll find him easily enough ourselves, or I'll lock you up and throw away the key. How about some sort of truth serum?
As if any of you has the skill to just whip up a truth serum. Even if you did, or could find someone to do it, my info would be out of date before the serum was ready.
Don't look at me. I'm rubbish at mixing potions.
My father might know how, but he's much too far away. We need to get Noom to talk here and now.
Fair enough. I'll lock you up and throw away the key.
Sure, that won't be fun. But I was a palace guard for a long time. My imagination will keep my mind occupied until my men break me out.
But what if they don't come, huh? What if they just replace you? Imagine that.
Bah! I'll find a way out.
Well, that seemed to work pretty well. We'll find him easily enough ourselves. I don't think that one's going to work, so let's say I'll beat the truth out of him.
Ha! Torture me all you want. I'm trained to withstand it. Besides, by the time you got anything out of me, the prince will be long gone.
I'm not comfortable with that. Whatever Noom might think, I'm still his friend.
Seriously? After what he's done?
I kind of got to agree with Leela on that, but I guess a friend's a friend, old Zen.
Trying to attack my pride, eh? Think I might let something slip? That might work if I didn't have complete faith in my men. The 3 mercs I sent on this job are my best.
Oh, cool, so there's 3 of them.
Ah, so there are only 3 of them.
They won't be alone. They'll be with... Yeah, you're not getting any more out of me.
Almost got him there. So what will you take pride in while locked up? Sure, so you have your... Sure, so you have total faith in your men. But what about personal pride?
Right. Yeah. Like your love of food, Noom. How much is your imagination going to feed you when all we give you is bread and water?
That's actually a pretty smart tactic.
Now, hang on. Let's not do anything rash here. A man cannot live off bread alone. I need meat and cheese, ale, fruit, wine, coffee. Oh, gods, no, don't take away my coffee.
If you tell us what we need to know, I'm sure your jail time can be made more palatable.
Okay, I'll talk. Just don't deprive a man of food, all right? Besides, the Skulls, we're only hired help. Our benefactor, Lady Kelly, this is her camel show.
Lady Kelly? So, you're just a pawn in all this. Noom, who is this Kelly woman?
I don't know who she is. I've never met her, only dealt with her 2 cronies, some tall guy with an eye patch and his half-wit friend. The kidnap is all Kelly's plan. My guys are just providing support to act as guides in Asgarnia and as muscle if it came to that.
And where was your crew to lead them?
It's too late to climb up on us now, Noom. Where are they?
Fine, there's a staging area directly south of here, on Draenor's coast. My men were to lead them there. There's a boat docked. Once this Lady Kelly had the prince safely aboard, we were getting paid and cutting ties.
Get to the shore, quick! There may still be time. I will join you once I have dealt with this fool.
Catch up as soon as you can, Princess. We'll wait for you at the shore due south of here. Let's go.
Alright, well let's go ahead and do that, because it seems like we're reaching the climax of this entire quest and such. And it looks like the NPCs are spawning in, slowly but surely. But, these are all the divination people, but there's no guards around here still. I guess we're still technically on the quest and it's an instance and all that fun stuff. But we're gonna head south next episode, because we're actually out of time for this episode. And I definitely did try to make it a little bit longer, so I hope you guys enjoy that. But hopefully the microphone situation helps to improve the quality of my videos. But anywho, next time on RuneScape Hardcore Iron Man, we're gonna go ahead and meet with Lady Kelly and try to rescue Prince Ali. So this has been Pendragon, and I'll see you guys next time.